Hey, listen, we're on this life for a short time. I say this in my homilies all the time. Whether it's 3 years, 30 years, or 130, it ain't much more than that. So if you think of this concept of eternity, that 100 years, give or take, is a pinprick in light of that. And so I think about like whatever the time is that we've been given in the pinprick of this being on this planet, like do something good. I went to Haiti probably, I don't know, when I was 22. So that was almost 40 years ago. I just couldn't believe what I saw and experienced. It was impressionable, and it really kind of pushed me over the edge with you know, moving forward in the way that I did. It opened up my heart, my mind, and my spirit. What propelled me first was need, and then and I was inspired by people who were just giving of themselves, all of themselves. When I think of like Jerry Osterman and Annette Caniff, like when they began this whole thing, like they were doing it because they had something going on in their hearts from a faith perspective that was like, you got to take care of people. And so that really like moves me and it fires me up. You know, and now of course I end up in the back bay of Boston and I should be probably in the streets of City Soleil or someplace, you know, but you know, I wrestle with that too. I always see my role like as John Unni as the person, but my role as the priest, to be the conduit. I would say be a conduit of the Spirit, you know, and the Spirit is all about justice and equity. One of the letters from James says, you know, what good is faith without action? You can have the best masses going, the best liturgies, all that, but unless you're helping people, what good is that? God's not interested in that. For me, faith has to be connected with action. A few hundred miles off of our Floridian coast, the Haitian earthquake, Connor called from St. Boniface Hospital, this hospital that we support and are very involved with. The walls were standing, surgeons flew in, people came from all over, and they're taking so many folks in. St. Boniface Hospital, Health Equity International. It's right on the website. There's a donate button. That money goes directly to the hospital and to care. So much going on down there. No matter who you and I are, no matter how much we have, that doesn't matter. What matters is, do we use this stuff not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of others? Do we try to make people's lives better? We're called to share. We're called to empower. How do we take care of each other? How does our view of mutuality, brothers and sisters, all of us, affect how we take care of each other? My father used to say, Johnny, you've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. In other words, you can't take it with you, right? So, like, it's a tool to be used, you know, and, you know, are we using our wealth? And wealth can be financial wealth. It could be the wealth of, like, experience and the wisdom that comes from that. It could be the wealth of, like, relationships and connection with other people. But how do we use all of this stuff to help other people? And, you know, I know there's Haiti fatigue. And yet, you know, I see St. Boniface HEI, and I'm like, here's a place that, like, does it well. St. Boniface is not just a hospital. Like, HEI isn't just an organization. Like, it's all about building relationships. You know, we are our brothers and sisters' keepers, so to speak. It's like real deal, boots on the ground, get it done type stuff. I'd say being affiliated with HEI and St. Boniface Hospital grounds me. It tethers me to be about what I'm about as a faith person, you know. I think we're called to take care of each other. And I think that's what this organization's about. You know, one of the last times I was down there a couple of years ago, we ended up going through the different wards and the maternity ward, and, you know, we're all gowned up, and I saw smiles on people's faces, you know, of like comfort and gratitude. And it's such an overused word to say that the place is awesome, but it really does evoke awe when you see all the levels and possibilities of connecting and healing and accompanying and encouraging, and that's really life-giving stuff. If we don't have hope, what do we have? Why do people go on? That hope propels us to the next steps. I can't thank enough folks who've given and who've made it a priority in their lives to support HEI and St. Boniface Hospital, because without it, none of this stuff would be happening. I think St. Boniface, HEI, all the work, all that you see going on there provides this great container for all that giving to continue. So I would just say thank you and keep giving, because it's doing the right thing. I'm humbled beyond belief for this honoring, but the real honor is to be affiliated with HEI.